What's up YouTube, Jay Traveling here. Today I'm going to show you the results of my one rig mining Flux for a week solo. So the difference between solo and a pool, this one behind me is still mining Flux. This averages about 39 to 40 souls a second, and that's on a pool, so I'm sharing pretty much the block rewards with everybody that is on that pool at the time when they sub the block. Now with solo mining, that doesn't happen. I get everything or I get nothing pretty much. So let's go ahead here. We'll go into the computer and we'll talk about the rig. So if anyone remembers the rig, it is consisting of two 3070s, a 3080 and a 3080 Ti. Now these are all LHR cards, and pretty much I don't mine Ethereum with them, and some may argue that I should be mining Ethereum because it's probably still the most profitable coin, even with the LHR unlocks, to give it a little bit more hash rate, but I decided to just go ahead and mine a different coin with them. But let's look at the price of Flux right now. So right now, Flux is currently $1.53 per coin. Now, obviously mining, it's not like Ethereum where you're building up fractions of a coin per day. You're building up multiple coins a day. Now, let's go ahead and look at the rig inside of Hive OS. Now these are my overclocks. As you can see, I'm getting roughly 60 souls a second on my two 3070s and about 89 to 90 souls a second on my 3080. My 3080 Ti is doing 96 souls a second. That gives me a total of 306 souls a second on average. Now, if you look at the pool, it does bounce around a little bit, and we will look at that in just one second, but that just gives you an idea of the overclocks that I'm using. Now with the 3080, 3080 Ti, even the 3070s, I could probably push the power limit just a little bit more to squeeze a little more out of the souls. But this was just right where I was comfortable at with running these cards. Now, 250 watts is a lot of power to be feeding a graphics card, in my opinion. So I wanted to keep the temperatures down as much as I could. Now I know it is winter time, so the area should be kind of cooling off, but my crypto mining area still hovers in the high 70 degrees area because of how many rigs I have going, even though I have windows open in my basement. But now let's go over to the pool side, or let's go to what to mine now. Now 306 souls a second, I put 900 watts in. Now for this video purpose, this doesn't really matter because I'm not calculating earnings or ROI. I want to see if it's better for me to solo mine or if I should put them back onto a pool and do it that way. So let's go ahead and calculate this. So if I calculated it, so I'm looking at 5.1 to 5.8 coins, roughly estimated earnings for a 24-hour period. Now, this is the number that I'm really looking at when it comes to solo mining. Not so much this number, because this won't matter as much when it comes to solo mining because it's either zero or the full amount. Now, if we go to the miner pool, you'll see that 36.75 Flux is what you would earn. So bring out my calculator here. And if we do 36.75 divided by, and we go back to what to mine, and we'll take the higher one. We'll say 5.8. So in 6.33 days, 6.34 days, I would need to pretty much get a block and get the full estimated rewards. Now, if we look at in a 7-day period, I did hit one block. So I got paid that 36.75 coins, and it did get deposited, but in the last 48 to 24 hours, I didn't get anything. Now, this block actually came within the first 24 hours of me mining. I started it up on a Monday night, just like today, it is a Monday evening. I started it up with solo mining, and by Tuesday evening, I had actually received this. Now, if we look here, I still have nothing pending and nothing unpaid. So needless to say, since I did get in 24-hour period, you know, things were looking pretty good. I was looking like, you know, things were looking up, but like it was going to be like a good decision to just keep solo mining. But the fact that it's been 5 days after that, almost 6 days after that, pretty much if I don't get another block and have rewards getting deposited in, I'll have made more according to what to mine, which is an average of what I should be getting, I'll be making more on a pool than with solo mining. So like I said, 6.33 days. So anywhere between 6 and 7 days, I'd say I need to be getting 1 block in order to be ahead of the game, because this number will fluctuate. If we calculate it again, it might even go, see it went down a little bit more. Now this will change also with how many people are on the network, obviously with the hash rate, but this rig did solve 1. Now you may ask, like, why do I solo mine rather than just be on a pool and take the safer bet, so I'm constantly getting some revenue in? You know, I just do it just to test things out, just to experience it and see if it could quite possibly be a little more beneficial to me. Now, some luck is going to play a role in this, and getting 1 block within the first 24 hours was pretty lucky for me. But then, as you see, as the week went on during this testing, I didn't really get another block at all. But you know, it was definitely worth it, the test at least. I'm still a little undecided if I'm going to continue to solo mine Flux or not. I do have a rig that's still solo mining Ravencoin. That's not really going too well for me. I did get 1 Ravencoin block. Unfortunately, it was after the halving. It was like 2 days after the halving, so I only got 2,500 Ravencoin. But I'm still solo mining but once that rig sells 1 more block, I think I may switch that back over to a pool. But with Flux, I'm still unsure. It depends on when I get my next one. If it comes in the next day or two, if I'm lucky enough to get it then, I may leave it on solo mining. But this 3060 is going to actually go onto that rig, and this is going to come off. I have another GPU going on it. I have a 3080 12 gigabyte card that I'm going to put on here, test it out on different algorithms, that I might actually try and mine Firo solo on just a single 3080 12 gigabyte for a week and see if I can have some success there. I really don't think I'm going to have success with that, but with just 1 solo card. But I'm going to do it just for testing purposes, for some content for you guys. But you know, let me know if you guys are solo mining. Let me know what you're solo mining, if you're having any luck with it, if you think it's more beneficial for you to do it, or if you think you're just going to switch back to a pool and your luck is not that great. But you know, thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more.